Hello, welcome to this election prediction. This is for Senate, and this is the 2018 battleground that they have. And I think this is a good place to start. I agree with most of these except Tennessee. Phil Bredesen, I think, is going to make an excellent nominee for the Democratic Party in Tennessee, and I think that seat is ultimately going to go to the Democrats because Phil Bredesen is liked there. Now, let's go to a state that's a little easier to see on here. How about Minnesota special election? This seat is held by Al Franken, but obviously he's resigning tomorrow. And this is a Democrat seat, and I think it's going to stay that way. So let's go to Wisconsin. Tammy Baldwin is the incumbent, which gives her an advantage. For now, I'm going to give Tammy Baldwin this state. Could that change once the Republicans nominate someone? Yes. But for now, we're going to give that to her. Let's go to Nevada. Dean Heller obviously has an advantage here. He's the incumbent. However, this state is becoming more and more Democratic, which is why they're calling this a swing state. I think this is going to go to the Democrats because it's trending blue. Its Latino population is growing. Let's go to Arizona. Again, its Latino population is growing. It's a state that there are no nominees, but I think could get flipped to blue. Now let's go to Florida. Bill Nelson is the incumbent, so he has that advantage. The Republicans haven't nominated anybody yet. The nominee isn't there. So currently, I'm going to say Florida is going to go blue because Bill Nelson has that advantage. Let's go to Ohio. Ohio, Sherrod Brown. I don't know if I said that right, but not quite sure how to pronounce that. But and he's currently, the Republicans haven't selected a nominee because he's the incumbent in a swing state. I think it's gonna go blue. But again, that could change within the nominee for the Republicans. Okay, now we're down to 5 states. These are all Republican states currently held by Democrats. These states are a bit harder to predict, obviously. But let's start with one of the easier ones. Montana. This seat is currently held by Jon Tester. Nominee won't be selected until June. Now he could go up against Matt Rosendale or Troy Downing are the two most likely candidates, I'd say. Matt Rosendale, I think, could flip this. However, I think the nominee is going to be Troy Downing. I don't think hold on. Matt Rosendale, I don't think could flip this seat. I think he's too self-centered to flip this. Now, Troy Downing was in the military. In Montana, there's this reverence around if you're in the military, which I think is why this is going to be more competitive than it normally would be. I still think this is going to go to Jon Tester. He's had this seat for 12 years. Or will be 12 years. North Dakota. Hattie Heatkamp. Again, she has the incumbent advantage. This is a state that likes moderates. she's kind of like Jon Tester in a way that they vote more for their state rather their party. So I think this is going to go to her. Indiana, Joe Donnelly. Again, it's the same thing as Jon Tester and Heidi Heitkamp. He votes for his state. He doesn't vote for his party. So I think that this state is going to stay in the Democratic column. Democrats need to flip one state. They need to take one state on this map, and the Republicans have to take both to retain control because they have the VP advantage. Let's go to West Virginia. Joe Manchin is up for re-election. He's like those candidates. He has said specifically he doesn't vote with the Democrats. He votes for his state. West Virginia tends to be a state that likes more so-called conservative Democrats or very moderate Democrats. And Joe Manchin happens to be a very moderate Democrat, which is why I think this is going to stay in the Democratic column, ultimately giving them control. Missouri. Claire McCaskill versus Josh Hawley. I don't know what it is about Claire McCaskill that Missouri likes about her specifically, and yet they can still vote for someone like Donald Trump. But again, she is a person that is there to represent Missouri. She's not there to represent the Democrat Party. Just happens to be her affiliation. Which is why I think with her incumbent advantage, she's going to carry this state. Ultimately, this would give control to the Democrats, 52-48. Again, a lot of these states don't have nominees, so this could flip later on as we get closer and closer to election night. But for now, Democrats gain control with 52-48. Thank you for watching.